Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Batman Arkham City. We're having a look at DC Comics Azrael. Apparently Azrael is a name that they can no longer use, so they're calling him DC Comics Azrael. He comes with what looks to be at least a sword, perhaps other accessories in there as well. On the side of the package, a nice picture really of Azrael. This color scheme and really this card is going to be predominant with I think a lot of the figures. Certainly of all four figures, they all share the same back card, the same coloring here. On the back of the package, unfortunately, no read-up. It just says DC Comics Azrael. However, you can be on the lookout for the other three figures. Spot's already had a look at the Batman. There's also Mr. Freeze and Bane, which I think these two are going to be the stars of this line. Azrael doesn't look bad, but I think really for me, these two are going to be where I'm going to have a lot of my interest in this line. Having said that, what Spot's going to do is take a break. I'm going to certainly get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the DC Comics Azrael. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Like with the Batman, unfortunately, Azrael doesn't come with a base. No base, unfortunately, for Azrael. However, he does come with a weapon. You can move the arm up like so, and luckily this shoulder pad does move out of the way quite easily. He does come with a sword. I like the coloring of the sword. It's this kind of gunmetal color, slightly bit of a metallic sheen to it as well. So that's a nice touch. You can take it and put it into his hand, like so. And he holds it extremely well, although the other hand, much like Batman, is closed shut. So, unfortunately, choosing which hand you can have the sword in, you obviously know which one is going to be, so it's going to be this one right here. Taking the sword out of his hand, and actually it's a pliable rubber. I would say that this would bend if you're not careful, but if you keep it in the holder, the holster here, it will, obviously you'll keep it from getting bent. This also can be removed if you want to. The only thing is, though, by removing it, he's got this awkward kind of ring here that looks like it needs to have something there. So I would say for that reason you might want to keep it in there. Plus, as well, it's just completely open on the inside. All the more reason you want to keep the holster in his belt. As a whole, he's not a bad-looking figure. He has a few, I have a few gripes about the figure itself. His face, let's have a look at his face. It's not terrible. Although my gripe kind of is, I wish this section right here, the peak of his hood, actually came out. I wish it came out a little further than one did, just to convey the idea that this is a mask with the hood. With this being molded right to the face, it kind of looks like this is just all one mask. Also, this section right here could have been a little bit darker right on the inside of the hood, just again to convey the idea of depth. While Azrael does have a lot of color, he doesn't really have a lot of color, if that makes any sense. He has vibrant white, and he has a nice red, a nice brown, and silver. But because he doesn't have any additional paint washes anywhere on him, just some of these details just seem matted. Some nice detailing on the side here. Some silver, more like a gray, I guess, on the arm here. I really like the coloring of the under armor. In fact, it's the same coloring as his sword. And of course, he's got the black, some red on his knee pads, and then the white on the shoes and boots section there. And of course, no Azrael would be complete without the kind of the same similar idea to Mr. Sinister. These kind of just straps of cape. Now, they are affixed to one another right in the center, right here, so they don't actually come apart. I suppose you could kind of just rip them apart, but I'm willing just to leave them in place because at least it keeps these straight. They're not going to be flopping all over the place. Some detailing on the back with his cloak. He's not a bad figure. He's just... I just wish he had a little more extra paint so that a lot of these colors just don't get lost. Especially in the face. I just feel like the face could have been a little bit better. Articulation-wise, kind of my other concern with the Azrael is he does have a swivel in the head, but his head is always angling down. There's no way, from what I can tell, that you can actually bend that head back. So it's always going to be down. Sure, it looks nice, and it kind of goes with the kind of character that he is, but it'd be nice also to have some flexibility that this head could have also gone up. He does have hinged shoulders, so the shoulders do go out, and they do go forward, and you can see that these shoulder pads move as well. So you're not as super limited because these are going to be here. He does have a bend in the elbow. He doesn't really have a swivel or anything like that in the arm itself. In fact, it's just a solid piece. He does have a swivel in the hand, even though the fact he's got this gauntlet right here doesn't hinder that. He's got a swivel waist. And then the legs go forward, out, via the hinge, the same kind of hinge that we would see with the DC Universe figures. He has a swivel in the thigh, bend at the knee, and sadly, again, like Batman, he's got no bend, no hinge, nothing in his foot. So you can pose him, sure, yes, that sounds great, but without the additional toe articulation, he is really subjected to just having him always straight. Display base would have also been nice because you can see that there's peg holes on the undersides, but without a display base, you can't really display him in anything dynamic. I think Azrael is a lot better looking of a figure than Batman is. Batman just really disappointed me. It's not something where I could say, well, the figure out of package looked disappointing. I mean, really, the figure in package looked disappointing as well. In fact, let's bring him in just for a comparison so you can see the two together. Azrael's at least got something. He's got oomph. Batman doesn't really have that oomph. He's just kind of uninteresting for me, at least. Azrael, I'm going to give him a 7.5. The only thing I would really say as a critique is that I wish the hood could have been a little bit better sculpted. Just kind of give him the element of depth to his face other than it just looking like one big solid piece. Aside from that, he's not a bad looking figure. If you're a fan of Azrael, you might maybe want to pick this particular one up. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have the review of the other two figures lined up in this, in the next couple of reviews. We're going to be, of course, having a look at Mr. Freeze, and we're going to be having a look at Bane. So those videos will be heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.